Alright, here we go with the last of 8th note legato stuff. Again, assuming everything goes well, and there's a really good chance of that because things continue to go well. We're starting 16th notes next time. 4 notes a click, 4 notes a beat. But for now, here we go with this one. So let's see, we have and 3, 4, and 3, 4, and. So yeah, you only pick the first note and the last note. So yeah, you pick that one, and you'll pick it again when you start the repeat, and then you'll pick this note. But everything else, hammer-ons, pull-offs, and slides. All right, 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 160. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 2. Alright, so every rhythm or every bar has a different rhythm, so constantly changing. So definitely know what it is first. You can work on like a bar at a time, add a bar at a time. Adding a bar at a time might make more sense because of how legato heavy it is. So rhythm, let's do that first. So we got 1 and 4. 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 1 and 4, 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and done. So yeah, adding a bar at a time, but also it's like this would be an appropriate one to work on first. So we'd have let's take it to that point, and then another good place to go, I would say, is to this. So this would be ending on a downbeat of sorts. And then we would have. And then, let's see, taking it to. Might as well just take it to the end at that point. You could also just work on that. Well, no. You could just do the whole bar or like something like this or whatnot, but I'm also looking at it like, okay, well, it's kind of odd stopping on an upbeat, which is possible, of course. And also, I don't want to add in picking while breaking these things in pieces, where picking isn't played when you put it all together. The heck am I talking about? Alright, so let's say you're going to just start here. Well, that note's not normally picked. When you play the whole thing, you don't pick it. So that's why I'm kind of looking at it like, okay, well, let's break it into pieces where you're not adding pick strokes in that would not be done for the whole thing. I hope that makes sense. All right, and then work it up without the repeat first. Not a bad thing to do. So this way, it's a lot easier to get the whole thing down. So work it up to the 160 without the repeat, then add that in. And yeah, let's just do the whole thing now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 160. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eventually, you'll probably just have the rhythm stuck in your head. Which, lucky, fortunate me, I've had this combination of rhythms so many times, it's becoming much more natural for me to do. So, I have an advantage. Alright, number 3. This is another one. Good idea to work it up without the repeat first. Get it all the way up to speed without the repeat, and then add the repeat in. You can break this up into as many chunks as you need. Good idea not to make a chunk start in the middle of a hammer-on pull-off thing where you'd be like adding in a pick stroke that's not normally done when you piece the whole thing together. So this way, it's when you do break it into pieces, you still want it to be performed similarly to how you're going to do the whole thing. And yeah, you're basically going like eighth note, quarter note, eighth note, quarter note, eighth note, quarter note the whole time. So it's, you come in on the down beat, up beat, down, down, up, down, up, down, the whole time. 60 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously, this bar is not going eighth note, quarter note, eighth note, quarter note. I figured I'd point that out in case you're going to call me out, and I'll be like, hey, that's not an eighth quarter, eighth quarter. Anyway, 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, there we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. And then what do we have here? Right, you're just going to finish filling in the chord names for key G, key F, and then sus4's key G, key F. So just whenever you get that filled out, go ahead and send it on in. And if any questions come up with it, please let me know. If questions come up with anything, let me know. Alright, see you next week.